Hello, today we're going to attempt to make some sausage balls here, and we're going to use this pound of Jimmy Dean sausage. We'll use 2 cups of, I'm using this cheddar jack combination here. It's a mild blend of cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, and 2 cups of Bisquick here, and we'll put a little parsley flakes in there for color and stuff. And so I think that's all the ingredients. So let's get started with it. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is get this sausage open here. Just slide it down like that. Get it started from the other end here and just squeeze it right on out. Just like that. Make sure we don't have so much left over in there because we don't want to be wasting it. By the way, before you start this, make sure you wash your hands about 5 or 10 times and then put gloves on. So you're handling meat like this, so you have to be pretty careful when you're handling meat, raw meat like this, because you don't know what you, well, you do know what you've been touching with your hands, but you don't know if you've got them good and clean or not. But anyway, we're going to put that in there, and we're going to dump our cheese in. 2 cups of cheese, and then we're going to dump this 2 cups of Bisquick in, just like that. And now we'll get this box of parsley open here, which is easier said than done, and put some in there. Like I say, this is mostly just for color, you know, make it look pretty. Like a friend of mine used to say all the time, you know, pretty costs extra, you know. Well, parsley does cost, so you have to take that into consideration. If that's not enough, I'll put a little more in it in a few minutes. Okay, now getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Okay, now if you're doing this by hand, it takes a minute or two to do it. This is one of the few times I wish I had one of those standalone mixers, but I might have to invest in one of those pretty quick. But as you can see, when you get it finished, that's a nice looking thing right there. You can almost put that in the oven and say, let's have that for dinner, because that looks good right there. So anyway, the next thing you want to do is start pinching it off some, and making it into your little sausage balls here. And that looks about the right size there, just about the size of a walnut, so they say. And so now I just used regular mild sausage in that, so if you'd like to have them hot, you know, you could get the hot sausage to start with. Matter of fact, you could even get the maple flavored if you like maple flavored. Jimmy Dean comes in maple flavored also. Or you could just add a bunch of pepper to it when you're mixing it up. But we like it about the way it is, so we're just going to leave it like that. Okay, and we'll keep on doing this. I'll get me a plate of them done here. And then I'm going to start putting them down in the Ninja FOODi. So, and you can also tell when your mixture is about the way you want it, because all the flour and stuff just starts coming off your hand, and it's all just mixed right in there with it. That's why I say, if you go mix it by hand, you know, make sure your hands is really clean. And me, I prefer just to go ahead and put gloves on anyway. So If you do both those things, you should be pretty safe. But anyway, I won't bore you with doing this. I'll keep on till I get them ready, and then I'll start putting them in the Ninja over here. Okay, now we'll start putting them down in this Ninja FOODi basket here. Got room for a few more. Okay, now I've got an even dozen in there, 12. If you want to count them real quick. And so, all of them are not exactly the same size, but they're pretty close. So now the next thing we're going to do is shut the lid on this Ninja FOODi. Okay, now we're going to turn on the power. We'll go hit the bake roast button here. We're going to leave it at 375, and we're going to put it 20 minutes. And then we'll hit the start button. And there it goes. Okay, now in the meantime, I'm going to go back over here and start making another dozen of these things to go in there. And so they'll be ready as soon as this gets done. However, as soon as I finish rolling them up, I'm going to make sure I put them in the refrigerator so they'll stay good and cool until it's time to put them in there. Okay, we're getting close to down to 5 minutes now. And I looked at these just a minute ago, and they look about done to me. So when it gets to 5 minutes, I'm going to take one out. We're going to cut into it, see what it looks like. And so here we go on the 5 minute mark. So we'll lift the lid. I want y'all to look down in there real quick just to see what that looks like. Now this is only after 15 minutes in the Ninja FOODi here. And I think it's 30 to 40 minutes they recommend you cook them in the oven. So look what a savings you're doing on electricity and stuff like that, and time. You know, if your time means anything to you, you might want to get you one of these things and try it. Let's get one of these out, cut into it, just like that. Now I got to tell you the truth, I made these just a little bit bigger than, well, either that or I either made them a little bit bigger than I should have, or I put one or two more in there than I should have, one way or the other. So, you know, because they're touching each other, and I didn't really want them to touch each other. I was thinking about the sausage shrinking, but then I forgot about the Bisquick rising. So, hey, you got to think about all stuff, you know. So anyway, let's cut into this and see how it is right over here. Ooh, I bet it's good, because it sure does look good. And I'm in an awkward situation, so let me move sides here. Okay, now I can handle it better here. Look at that, just as done as it can be. You know it's done when the sausage is brown like that in the middle. Let's see here, taste the one. One thing about these sausage balls, when you mix them and you have a whole lot left over, or a little left over, whatever, don't throw them out. You can put them on a cookie sheet, put them in the freezer and let them freeze for 3 or 4 hours or something like that, just so they don't stick together, and then put them in a quart or a gallon freezer bag and put them back in there. Then the next time you want some, you can just take out 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever you want, and put them in the microwave, or either put them back in the Ninja FOODi for a few seconds and and you got them right there hot again, just like they were to start with. So don't worry about making up too much, because these are freezable and you can use them after you freeze them. So I've been told. so that's how that part goes. Now that is really good. If you've never had a sausage ball and you've never made them before, this is the way to do it. Especially if you're having a party or something, you can fix up a bunch of these things and have them for your party. And I'll bet you they'll go real good. And like I said, now you can use hot sausage, or you can add pepper to it, or anything like that you want to. You know, but to me, these right here is hard to beat. That's really hard to beat. You can taste the, what's like having, almost like having a sausage biscuit and cheese, you know. Because you can tell all the flavors. And I could have put a little bit more parsley in, but I didn't. But I should have, because it would have had a little more color to it than what it has. But it's still got, you see little specks of green coming out in it everywhere. And so, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I hope you come back and see me real soon. I hope to have another one for you. So if you can, join my channel and give me a thumbs up. And until next time, y'all have a real good day now. Goodbye.